Look at this image for a second. A man sitting at a desk, staring at a laptop, working harder than ever. From the outside, he looks responsible, disciplined, focused, exactly the kind of person society tells us will become wealthy. But what if I told you this man is trapped? Not because he's lazy, not because he doesn't make enough money, but because he's following a financial script that was designed decades ago for a world that no longer exists. Every morning, he wakes up, works 8, 10, sometimes 12 hours, gets paid, pays bills, maybe saves a little, then repeats the cycle again and again and again. Meanwhile, inflation keeps rising. Housing gets more expensive. Groceries cost more. Insurance costs more. Life gets more expensive. Yet somehow his bank account never seems to move fast enough. Here's the disturbing part. Most Americans believe the solution is simple. Work harder, save more, cut back, skip the coffee, cancel Netflix. But what if that's exactly why millions of hardworking people stay stuck? Because the real trap isn't spending money. The real trap is believing that hard work alone creates wealth. It doesn't. Ownership creates wealth, assets create wealth, systems create wealth, and until you understand that difference, you'll keep running faster on a treadmill that never actually takes you anywhere. Today, I'm going to show you the invisible financial trap keeping millions of Americans working harder while getting further behind, and more importantly, how to escape it. Most people think wealth comes from income. That's the first lie. If income created wealth, every doctor, lawyer, engineer, and executive would automatically become rich. Yet thousands of high-income Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. And those are two completely different games. The average person spends their entire life focused on increasing income, but wealthy people focus on increasing ownership. Every dollar they earn gets assigned a mission, not to be spent, not to sit in a checking account, but to go out and work. Because wealthy people understand something most people never learn. Money is supposed to have employees. Every dollar should be working somewhere, in businesses, in stocks, in real estate, in assets.
If your money is sitting still, it's unemployed, and unemployed money never creates freedom. Think about the average American worker. They spend 40 years trading time for money, but eventually they hit a ceiling. There are only so many hours you can work, only so many promotions you can get, only so many raises your employer will give you. That's why hard work alone has limits. Assets don't. While you're sleeping, businesses are making sales. While you're watching TV, stocks are generating value. While you're on vacation, real estate is collecting rent. Assets don't need coffee breaks. Assets don't get sick. Assets don't ask for vacations. They simply keep working. And that's why wealthy people become wealthier. They build armies of financial workers. Most people only have one worker, themselves. And that's an exhausting way to live. Now let's talk about the trap hidden in plain sight. Safety. Most Americans are obsessed with safety. Safe jobs, safe investments, safe decisions, safe savings accounts. But sometimes the safest looking option is actually the most dangerous because inflation quietly attacks cash every single day. The number in your bank account might stay the same, but its purchasing power doesn't. $1 today buys less tomorrow and less the next year and less the year after that. That's why simply saving money isn't enough anymore. Your money must grow faster than inflation. Otherwise, you're moving backwards without realizing it. The people who build real wealth understand this. They don't just save money. They deploy money. They put it into assets designed to grow over time. Not because it's exciting, not because it's trendy, but because mathematics eventually rewards ownership and punishes stagnation. The truth is that financial freedom doesn't happen when you earn a certain salary. It happens when your assets begin producing enough income that you no longer depend entirely on your job. That's the moment everything changes, because now your money works harder than you do. And that's the game most people never learn. So if you take one lesson from this video, let it be this. Stop measuring success by how hard you're working. Start measuring success by how many financial assets are working for you. Because the biggest financial trap in America isn't debt. It isn't taxes. It isn't even inflation. It's spending your entire life building someone else's future while neglecting your own. The people who escape the trap aren't necessarily smarter. They simply understand one powerful truth. You will never work your way to wealth. You invest your way to wealth. And the sooner you make that shift, the sooner you stop being the person trapped behind the desk and start becoming the owner of the system itself.